Hey, I'm Waqas, one of the Hematology Oncology Fellows at the University of Chicago. I'm a first year fellow here, just completed residency a few months ago, and just want to put in a quick plug for our upcoming webinar for fellowship application advice. The old adage goes that it's not about how you start, but it's about how you finish. And when you really think about it, in terms of your medical training and medical education, fellowship is kind of that last step in where you're going to be and really determines a lot of your important career outcomes. Like if you're going to stay in academia, go to community practice, do a little bit of both. So it's really important to get mentorship and get advice on really preparing for this process. During the webinar, you're going to hear from people who are oncology fellows like myself and people who have recently completed fellowship from a broad variety of institutions. So kind of getting that multi-layered view and really just learning about the ins and outs of applying, whether that's working on your personal statement, applying for the application through ERAS, submitting that, discussing rank list, tips for the interview trail, about picking times for interviews, all the different questions and nuts and bolts of how the process works. One thing I've noticed is that when you kind of start in high school, college, medical school, there's a lot more information, a lot more resources online. You can easily look something up. But I'll say that once you kind of get to that residency fellowship stage, a lot of the information is not really out there online. You have to go talk to people and hear from people who have actually been through it themselves. So that's why I highly recommend you join the webinar. We're going to touch on all the different topics that I mentioned. And if you want, you can definitely submit questions in advance, and we're happy to address those as well. But I really think that being proactive, especially for those who are going to be applying for not this cycle, because this cycle is pretty much finished, but for next year's cycle, I think starting around this time of the year, even on things like personal statement, working on your resume, just kind of being a little bit proactive is really important. And I think this can be a good kickstart for you to kind of start that process. So look forward to seeing you at the webinar and hope to see you all there. Thanks.